Hi guys, this is Sai Kumar. In this video, we'll try to learn what is interpolation and how to test the interpolation in Angular. First, let's try to understand what is interpolation. So here I have already my project and in this video, we'll see what are the different types of interpolations we can do. Before going to that, let's understand what is interpolation. Interpolation is nothing but the binding between both class as well as HTML view is called as an interpolation. So how can we represent an interpolation? A interpolation is represented with two flower braces with a variable which has to be declared in our TypeScript. Let me go and create one variable. Let me take a variable as heading equal to sample interpolation. And now I want to show this value in the interpolation. Let me consider an element h1 and I want to interpolate that value. Take that variable, paste here, save it as well as save it. So let's go to browser and check the value. So sample interpolation has been printed. That means whatever you are writing here, if for this variable, that value is printed on your HTML. So this is one type of interpolation usage. Next is what we can do more with interpolation. You can do arithmetic operators also. For example, I have some variable called as income equal to 3000, and let me take something called as expenditure equal to 2000. So I want to print the arithmetic operation between these two. That means income minus expenditure. Let me go back and let me create something like h2, and inside h2 I am writing an interpolation with an arithmetic operation of income minus expenditure. So save it. Yeah, let me go back to my browser, and here if you see, the difference between them is 1000. So we can arithmetic operators has been worked for interpolation. We can do more even with interpolation, like we can use ternary operator. Let me check like h3. If my income minus expenditure is greater than 0, then I am in profit, else I was in loss. So by this we can execute our ternary operator using interpolation in our HTML. When my income minus expenditure is greater than 0, it will print profit, else it will print loss. So in this case, my income is 3000, my expenditure is 2000. 3000 minus 2000 is 1000, which is greater than 0. So hence I'm in profit. So let me go back. I'm in profit. Let me change the values like 1000, or let me increase it to 4000. So my expenses are more than my income. Then as per our assumption, it should print loss. So it is a loss, and here the value is minus 1000. So I have changed only the logic inside the TS, but it is even affecting our HTML. That's called as a binding. And not only arithmetic operators, not only ternary operators, even we can use this interpolation inside the DOM properties. For example, I have input element, and let me create something like type equal to some value. That value I am expecting it come from my TS file. Let me give some metadata, and inside the metadata, let me give type value equal to password, and let me give placeholder value as enter password, and also I want to give property called as read only value, which is like boolean value. Let me take it as false. So now I want to bind this metadata with my input field. Let me save this. Go to HTML and interpolate your property with metadata dot type value, and then another property called as placeholder. That one also we can bind it using interpolation, metadata dot placeholder value, and there is a property for input element like read only equal to interpolation, and we can bind it with metadata dot read only value and save it. So before going into read only part, let me cut this and let's understand this, how it is printing. So let me go back to browser and check your interpolation has been successfully completed and it has been showing enter password. The placeholder is binded from our TS file to your HTML. And let me type here, you are having password. Let's go back and change that value to text. Then I save this. The type value is text. So here the input will be text. Go back and check. Let me type here. Yeah, it is text values. So now by this we understood we can even use interpolation for the properties of a DOM element. Let's now understand about read-only property. The default value of a read-only property is true, as well as it is a Boolean value. Let's try to assign some Boolean value to my read-only property. So always read-only will expect a Boolean value. So let me go and my TS file. Inside this TS file, I have read-only value as false. That means here the read-only is false. What we are expecting, read-only is false. That means you can edit the field. But what happened? Let's see. If you see here, I am not able to type the keys. Why? Because the read-only property will accept a written value as a Boolean value. But what that interpolation will do, whenever it completes its execution, then automatically whatever the value inside the interpolation will be converted into a string. That is why we will call interpolation as a string interpolation. So whatever the arithmetic operators, whatever the operators you are using, at last it will be converting into your string variable. That is why it is taking a HTML's default value as read only true. When there is unexpected value for a HTML DOM, it will take its own default value. The own default value of read only is true. For example, let me go back, change this value to true, even though it behaves the same. That means there is no more effect, either a true value or Boolean value. So now let's understand one more thing. Even interpolation is used to get the values from the methods of the TypeScript. For example, I have h4 and here I am using an interpolation. I'll use something like get name is a method where this method will be declared and defined inside our TypeScript. Let me return some value like Sai Kumar. So now save this. Let me go back. You can see Sai Kumar. That means even interpolation will help you to get some value from your methods which are defined and declared in your TypeScript class. So this is what and how to use interpolation. Now let's try to test each and every interpolated elements using unit testing in Angular. So I have created one ID for heading sample interpolation. Let's fetch this value in our test cases and then let's check whether the heading is as appropriate or not. So let me create one test case by using it. And if you want to learn more about fixture and the component, please watch my previous video. And here let's check our heading interpolation. And to get the value from the HTML, let me create some heading tag. And here we can use fixture dot debug element dot native element dot query selector. So for this query selector, we can pass either a class selector or ID selector or anything. For now, I'm using ID selector. So let me copy this ID selector. Let's pass, and as it is an ID, it should be prepended with hash. So now I'll get this heading tag. Let's check whether that exists or not of heading tag dot to be truthy. That means you have that element or not. Now, after having that element, let's check that inner HTML is equivalent to our heading from the component. Expect heading tag dot inner HTML. So for IntelliSense, what you can do is you can give a type. It's an HTML element, or you can give more precise heading element, and you can use inner HTML dot to equal to my component dot heading. So let me save this. Once it is done, it is showing one success, right? Go back. Our Karma tool also, like browser, like heading interpolation and zero failures. One spec has been successfully completed. So we have checked this. Let me try to update the value in the component and whether it is impacting our HTML or not. Let's check that. So what I'm doing is I'm assigning some new value like heading equal to some value. Let me take that interpolation updated, and whenever you change some component, it will not directly impact on your HTML. For that sake, we have to use detect changes strategy. So we'll use fixture dot detect changes, and here after detecting the changes, this detect changes is an asynchronous call, so we don't know when it will be executed. For that sake, we can use a promise called as fixture dot when stable is a method where it returns a promise. So we can use dot then, and it will result something. And inside this, whenever the stability of the component came in, then our component will go inside this particular then, and it will start executing the content. So let me get that element again. So const heading tag updated, and it is also like HTML heading tag, and then let me pass fixture dot debug element dot native element dot query selector of hash sample interpolation. You have to get it because the value element of the value has been updated. So now let me check this particular updated value with the interpolation updated string. So I am expecting heading updated value dot inner HTML dot to equal of the string which we have given for the component. So let me copy this and let me use here semicolon save. If you go here, see interpolation updated. So it is updating this value after execution. And let me go back. Now what we have, the second type of interpolation is income minus expenditure. So let me give something like id equal to arithmetic check. So let's check this one. When income is something and expenditure is something, what is the expected output here? So let me copy this and let me go to spec file. Let me create one new test case. What we'll use is like arithmetic interpolation check. Here it will have a callback. In this callback function, let's try to find the interpolation values. So instead, we can give some our own values for our income. Income is equal to 3000, and component dot expenditure equal to 2000. So our value, the expected value is equivalent to 1000. So now as we have updated our component, let us detect the changes so that it will impact our HTML. So fixture dot detect changes. Now my detect changes is an asynchronous call. Again, let me check when it is stable and then execute my logic. So let me give something like response, and inside this, once the detect changes has been updated, then what we can do is we can check that particular element. Let me check like heading expense tag, and this is also HTML heading tag, and let's get it from fixture dot debug element dot native element dot query selector of, let's give our ID, and my ID is arithmetic check. Copy this, paste here, and it should be prepended with hash. So now my values has been updated, and what is the expected things? So I'm expecting heading expense tag dot inner HTML to be equal of 3000 minus 2000 is 1000. So let's check whether they are equal or not. So it's a type of interpolation. So we will get a return value as a string, and we can expect a string here. Save it, and let's go back to our application. Here my two test cases has been passed. So by this we have checked our arithmetic interpolation by using unit testing. You will try to resolve all the remaining test cases for all the different types of methods of interpolation. Please watch the next video. If you like my video, please like, share, subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Signing off.